They are at the start of their journey, they think outside the box, and they often come up with bright ideas. Their projects are innovative, they are a new generation of business people, and their distinguishing features are creativity and enthusiasm. This is the World of Startups, the program about IT developers and the industry of startups.
Hello, you're watching the World of Startups on Kazakh TV, where we show and talk about the best examples of how to do business with the help of technologies. I'm Serhiy Kakishev. Watch on this edition. How is it possible to turn a child's passion into a lucrative business? The founders of the first comic shop in Kazakhstan talk about a new niche on the market. Doing business on social networks. Find out how to do it successfully without spending money on advertising. Learn about IT trends in Kazakhstan and around the globe. Experts have identified the main directions for the development for 2015. There is an opinion that reading comics is a kind of pastime activity which is not serious and which is only for children. But if you have a look at how big the market in Northern America and Europe is, you will see that comics have turned from children's kind of read to a reputable literature genre. In Kazakhstan, over the years of its independence, a new generation of comic fans have grown. The startup we talk about in our next report is a bright example of how a hobby may become a lucrative business. The first comics appeared in Europe in the 16th or 17th century. Most of them were primitive pictures that depicted scenes from the Bible. In the 20th century, the comic industry experienced a boom that we still have today. In Kazakhstan, this kind of art has appeared quite recently, but has soon found its fans. 4 friends from Almaty who are keen on comics decided to open a shop that would sell everything that comic fans would need. We're ourselves fans of comics. We love reading them, watching movies and TV dramas. That's why we decided to start this business and do the things we enjoy for a living. The right for the distribution is obtained from the publishers and Russian distributors. The more popular the comic is, the more expensive is its license. The price for a comic varies from $2 to $50 depending on the quality and the size of the comic. Today on the Kazakhstani market, we have local publishers who find it more attractive to buy the permission to publish comic books. Among them is a co-founder of the shop. I'm a beginner in publishing business, and the first license I bought was Big Trouble in Little China. I think this comic will be very popular because it has a lot of potential fans. Most of the customers visit the shop at weekends, which is about 50 people a day. An average receipt is for 3,000 tenge. The audience is mostly students and school pupils who find out about the shop through social networks. The shop founders are planning to bring more comic books for an older age category in the near future. Slowly but surely, we have been learning the ropes of the business for about a year and have to consider such peculiarities as no season in the summertime, as most students are away on holiday and there are few of them in town. Having worked on the book-selling market for a little while, the friends now know that these comics may be not only their favorite pastime activity, but also a good source of income. Every year, the number of social network users increases by about 50%. Today, it's difficult to imagine modern businesses without being related to the social media. Selling the product through the social network accounts has become a lot more lucrative than in expensive shopping malls. Learn about how to sell the product successfully through the social networks in the market. Today, almost all internet users have their own accounts on popular social networks. 1,003 million people around the world visit their Facebook account at least once a month. The Russian analog of Facebook, VK.com, has fewer subscribers than its American counterpart. Nevertheless, the number is impressive, more than 15 million subscribers every month. The entertaining content of these kinds of media makes their subscribers loyal to the latter. This is where, just within the network, it is possible to promote the product or company easily without spending anything on marketing. When we all understand who our target audience is, where we can find them, who they socialize with, what they hear and how they perceive the world, whose opinion is important for them, we just go where we can find them. Almaty Almaty resident Karina Biman creates handmade jewelry and sells it on Instagram. She decided to monetize her passion in the spring of 2013. There was no budget for advertising and Karina had to look for alternative ways to reach the customer. She started using hashtags, likes and popular friend suggestions and later recommendations from those who bought her jewelry. I suggest uploading a nice photo. A dim, boring photograph will not attract the customer's attention. Another thing I'd like to recommend from my experience is an interesting description, an accurate one, without any grammar mistakes. And the hardest part in this business is to find followers. And today the most difficult thing is to fight off the competition. In several months after the founding of the Instagram shop, Karina's income increased fivefold, and after that she decided to turn her passion to a full-time job. In February this year, Karina opened an offline jewelry and accessories shop. Our customers have jaded appetites, so they want new original designs. They always look for creativity in jewelry, and we have to be very inventive. We're always in search of new jewels and materials. The only drawback of selling through the social networks is a lot of competition, says the founder of the jewelry shop. But experts are sure that in the fight for the customer, the winner, like in offline business, will be the one who pays attention to the quality of their product, not to the number of followers online. Those who prefer to keep up with the time are interested in what's happening on the market and invest in the most interesting products. We decided to look at the main current trends in the IT sphere in the year 2015. Watch the trends. Analytic company Gartner have identified 10 key directions where the IT business will be developing in 2015. In the top 3 of the leaders are 3D printing, the Internet of Things and the open data. In these spheres, we will observe the most dynamic growth next year. There have been a lot of things said about 3D printing and the Internet of Things, while we know very little about computing everywhere. As mobile devices continue to proliferate, Gartner predicts an increased emphasis on serving the needs for the mobile user in diverse contexts and environments as opposed to focusing on devices alone. This is a revolutionary breakthrough and can be compared to the invention of the Internet. Like the Internet, we don't understand how it works and why, but the Internet has become an essential part of our life. Kazakhstan is following the world trends. Experts say the main trend, the cloud technology, is actively developing in the country. The driving force is the demand from the customer. It is important for people to have access to information through any device, be it a smartphone, iPad or computer. However, despite all the benefits of the cloud technology, large businesses are not very enthusiastic about keeping their data on remote servers. Data safety is probably the main key preventive factor when the company makes a decision to turn a service to technology. Here, it is very difficult to judge how safe your data on the cloud are. One should have legal guarantees from the service providers, because there is always a chance that they may be hacked. There is no 100% protection. One more trend that is being observed in the Kazakhstani business is so-called the big data technology. It allows to process large amounts of information and, based on the data, then analyze it. According to Timur Muminov, the manager for the development of the Cisco company in Kazakhstan, data mining has made the saying, "He who owns information owns the world" outdated. The most important thing is to use data properly. If you can get some other information using a particular piece of information, that is, make analysis, you will have investments. We ourselves upload huge amounts of information on our networks without realizing it, so it's very easy to make use of it. Among Kazakhstani companies that use the big data technology, we singled out the fund of the national wealth Samruk Kazna. Based on processing huge amounts of data, the company evaluates suppliers and also makes tender purchases. That's all for now. You've been watching The World of Startups. We talked about the new approach to doing business. I'm Serhii Kakishev. See you next time.
В эфире Казах ТВ.